bitches. Bad bitches do what they want. Rule
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I kind of want to find an intro or some kind of like catchy intro that I want to have for y'all. I haven't thought of one, so when I do, y'all will see it or give me some ideas for some. During this whole week, my entire For You page and like my socials have been flooded with like Epstein file this, Jeffrey Epstein this, that island, this, all that, because y'all know the list had came out. Of course, I had like two posts. Like I had one, I looked like at a couple TikToks that were talking about it, and I went into a rabbit hole. Like I was on there for like an hour, like deep diving, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is really nasty. I'm scrolling, I'm looking, I'm seeing things about celebrities being on lists, Jeffrey Epstein amassing massive amounts of money within small periods of time, him scamming his way up. That's a scam, a con artist is what he is. People being in connection to the Epstein list who are behind like big American companies. So I'm going to play a couple TikToks to just kind of go over it and explain for those who aren't fully caught up as to what's going on.
President Trump is mentioned more than 1,000 times in the newly released documents reflecting a long-standing social and business connection between the two men. Previous document releases indicated Trump was listed as a passenger on Epstein's jet 8 times between 1993 and 1998. And now, the newly released documents include uncorroborated claims about Donald Trump. The White House, responding to the Miami Herald, referred to a statement on the DOJ website denying any credibility in the accusations against the president. Several other high-profile men are in the documents, including Peter Thiel, who in one of several emails was revealed to write, "That was fun. See you in 3 weeks." The context of the email exchange is unclear. Bill Gates shows up in an email written by Epstein, where Epstein claims Gates contracted an STD from a, quote, Russian girl and sought antibiotics to hide it from his wife. A spokesperson for Gates called the claims absurd and completely false. Contrary to what he said publicly, New York real estate mogul Andrew Farkas co-owned a marina with Epstein, located near Epstein's Island, and the two exchanged affectionate and crude emails. The documents reveal Farkas himself also stayed on Epstein's private island. Another revelation? Farkas gave Epstein discounts on dockage and services at the marina, which served as a gateway to what's known as Epstein's so-called Rape Island. Billionaire Richard Branson shows up in the files too, hosting Epstein twice and exchanging friendly
Fox 9 has dug through hundreds of pages of the newest release in the Jeffrey Epstein files. And what we've uncovered is that Epstein booked multiple flights for several women, both in and out of Minnesota, all during the course of several years. Now, our Leon Purvis joins us. And Leon, run down the timeline for us.
Well, Tim, what we know is from a series of emails starting in May of 2009 through January of 2015. The files indicate Epstein booked and paid for flights to New York City, Palm Beach, Florida, Paris, and Epstein's ranch in New Mexico. At least 4 women were referenced as traveling either to or from Minnesota. We are not naming these women out of respect for their privacy. The flights originated from Minneapolis and Duluth. One was a $4,000 flight from Duluth to Paris in 2010. The woman involved appear to be in Epstein's inner circle. The most recent email we found comes from January of 2015. Epstein's accountant asked, when did a Jane Doe fly to the island? The accountant stated that the woman wasn't there for Christmas or for New Year's, and that no travel was booked except to Minnesota for Christmas. This is notable because Epstein's Island has been reportedly known for its alleged use as a base of operations for underage sex trafficking, and led to his arrest in July of 2019. He died in his jail cell a month later. His associate, Ghislaine Maxwell, was found guilty of federal child sex trafficking and other offenses in connection to Epstein. The new files also reveal Epstein traveled to Minnesota at least once himself. A 2015 email included in the files contains an itinerary for a visit to Mayo Clinic in Rochester.
It truly is nasty and disgusting. The big picture behind America and how a lot of the powers and the people that we see or that we are under influence by are in these secret societies, are in these groups, all influenced and all ran by power hungry and money hungry individuals. Truly is sick. And it makes you wonder, it's like, who really at the end of the day is ethical in the grand scheme of things? Who is going to stand up for us? Who is going to be the one to have our best interests at heart? According to the list that I'm looking at, here are some of the notable individuals whose name are on the Epstein list: Alec Baldwin, Anderson Cooper, Barack Obama, Ben Affleck, Bill Clinton, Charlie Sheen, Chris Tucker, Chrissy Teigen, Dan Schneider, the one behind Nickelodeon, James Franco, Jim Carrey, Jimmy Kimmel, John Legend, Katy Perry, Madonna, Meryl Streep, Naomi Campbell, Oprah Winfrey, Pharrell Williams, Quentin Tarantino, Robert Downey Jr., Stephanie Germanotta, also known as Lady Gaga, Stephen Colbert, Steven Spielberg, Wanda Sykes, Will Smith.
This is what people are trying to ignore in the Epstein files, and it is beyond disturbing according to what is being described in these documents. Babies were literally killed, dismembered, and there are allegations that their intestines were cut open, their feces were removed, and people like I am sorry, but that is not normal crime, that is pure evil, and it gets even worse because there is also a story about a 16-year-old girl who supposedly kept diary entries written in code describing being raped and impregnated by Epstein, and the most horrifying part is that she was allegedly forced to carry the pregnancy to full term. She was given a choice. She wasn't protected. She was treated like an object, and after she gave birth, they supposedly let her hold the baby for a few minutes, and then they came and ripped the baby away from her and took it, and from that point on, nobody even knows what happened. So when people still sit online and act like, oh, this is fake news, or they remaking up the Epstein files, I'm sorry, but you sound delusional, or worse, you sound like someone who just does want to accept reality because it is too disgusting to face, because these aren't just random modes. Ours, the claim is that there are images, written records, and files documenting what happened, and they not even releasing everything. So if you are watching this and still saying none of it is real, you are basically spitting in the face of every victim who came forward. You are invalidating their stories, their trauma, and their lives. At some point, you have to stop pretending it is a conspiracy and start realizing this is exactly how powerful monsters get away with things for decades. Go educate yourself.
Go educate yourself. If you don't know about it, go educate yourself about it and open your eyes. The realities of what's going on. Like, this world is scary. Everybody's trying to do what's over. The government, health companies, everything. There's an Instagram page titled Latinos in America. I would like for you guys to go and follow and support. You know how things have gotten really bad with ICE all across the nation, where we've seen violence against different people across all ethnicities, all races, regarding deportation. So head on over to that Instagram page and get some more information on that. And please repost and share about ICE. Right now they have a form of protest with cardboards on your windows. How it works is that you make a sign using paper or cardboard. You can write any phrase you want on it, like abolish ICE, ICE out, hashtag melt ICE, anything along those lines, and put your sign in your window facing the street or anywhere facing towards the general public. Check your surrounding area, make sure it's safe. Are you putting yourself in danger by doing this before proceeding? Then after that, post it and tag Latinos in America, or as a general post, hashtag ICE out. So make sure to spread the word. The more signs are out, the harder they are for you to ignore. But that's all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, be safe, keep your eyes open, question everything around you. Anyways, bye you all.